Hey, here we are, day 6. Let's dive right in. So, the topic for this one is ideal mornings, right? The subtext is sleep, exercise, and diet, all those things combined. How can we have our best days, our best flow, best energy? And this is obviously a much larger topic, could be a much larger conversation. But I specifically wanted to hone in on the morning, right? That best start of the day, those days that you're really just feeling it. And for myself, it's been, I'd say, in the last 5 years or so, certainly the last 3 years, I've really gotten into this realization, this energy, this energized flow, excuse me, of starting off with an intense start to the morning in terms of moving, sweating, working out early on, and then hitting a cold shower and sort of delaying the intake of the coffee and the food and breakfast, stuff like that. I find my energy and my focus is just peaked. And this is, again, much bigger, broader topic. There's obviously specialists and nutritionists and scientists that are all over these subjects and all over social media and the web. But I just felt compelled to share my recipe, and I'm genuinely interested to know what more of my friends and family's routines are, what their best ideal morning routine is. So I saw this towards the end of last year. This guy Lex Fridman, love his content and his story. He has a great podcast, and so some of you familiar with him, some of you maybe not. But so he did this a day in the life. So I picked through it, and I found that, again, in the morning times, he has this really intentional morning routine of deep reflection, journaling, meditation, what have you. So you'll see, here in my, here in my little notation, notes, I have the best mornings I find when I'm up by 6 a.m. and there's an immediate meditative period, right? I'm journaling, I'm meditating, it's calm, it's quiet, it's relaxed. I'm not diving right into the web, diving right into the phone, being reactive to messages, emails, what have you. That's then followed by a 6:30 to 7:30 window of moving and sweating, which is then, of course, ended with an intense cold shower. I know some of the people I've talked to about this, that's crazy. Other people that's the jam, and I'm telling you, it's the jam. If you can bear it, if you can even do 30 seconds cold shower after an intentional moving and sweating period in the morning, I'm telling you, it's golden, right? And so again, kind of delaying out that coffee and breakfast and whatnot till later in the morning time, even up into the late morning is I've found really fantastic. And again, I'm sure there's some science to it. I probably sound like a dummy trying to rifle this into a few minutes, but again, just wanted to share my raw take on it, right? So particularly in the moving, with being brought back home with COVID last year, having to find that kind of stay at home fitness routine, I've found, there's just literally endless content. Literally, this guy here in Austin, Primal Soldier, he's always posting these ideas. It's endless. There's wherever you live, whatever you're into. This is more of like kettlebell kind of stuff. I particularly gravitate to the bodyweight stuff. Obviously, Eric's part of this Onnit clique, and Onnit has some fantastic content. If you want to spend a little money, you can get some really awesome stuff. If you don't want to spend money, there's really fantastic stuff on YouTube. So I purchased, I've got my mace here, and I have some clubs, and this kind of stuff is just really great for, anywhere you are, front yard, backyard, driveway, office, home office, I should say, whatever it is, living room. It's I say it's easy, but it's has, for me, has become a non-negotiable. I mean, it's just to loosen up and to move and to get the sweat activated. Again, in this kind of 6:30 to 7:30 window is just money. And it doesn't take much is the point, is the main kind of point here, to really get activated, get the morning started off with that, swinging the mace around, doing the kettlebells, sit-ups, push-ups, going for a couple mile jog with the dog. It's the move, at least for me, right? So I'll link this stuff. Really love these guys' content. Lex has been a big inspiration. I don't know why I have this NASA thing up. I just thought it looked cool. I was looking for sunrise visuals for the start the day theme. But a little funny web dev plug here. You see this page is using the production build of React, right? So that plugs back into a couple of the previous videos and certainly things I'll talk more about in terms of the best of web dev. But this is how I get to the best of web dev, if you will, is these ideal morning scenarios. Lastly, I find that the equation for me is, if there's a 7 days in a week, I should say any given week with 7 days in it, I challenge myself to do more days than not of this intentional, again, up at 6 a.m., move, sweat intensely, intentionally, take a cold shower, delay the coffee, delay the food out a bit. If I can do that 4 days out of the week than not, it's a really, really powerful, really productive flow. So obviously different strokes for different folks. Find your cadence. I wish you the best in that, and I certainly hope to hear more about what works for you. And hopefully this perhaps sparked a little something, sharing what works for me. So cheers, blessings. See you in the next video.